What's up, you guys? It's Penny Royal. You are watching AcapellicTV.
Open up the bag, 100,000 fans, Brooklyn's back. Tell them Brooklyn's back, open up the bag. We are Acapellic, Brooklyn's back.
Hey, what's good, folks? Your boy Acapellic Don, and today we have a special guest. I think you guys already know her from last time. So let me present to you again, Nisa Miracle. So Nisa Miracle, tell us how you been.
My name.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Not Nisa Miracle, Penny Royal, Penni Royal. So tell us, Nisa, tell us, Penny, how you been?
I've been great.
Awesome. How's school? How's with since school just started? I'm guessing it must be a struggle or complicated. How is it?
It's demanding, but I'm doing my best to balance. I think you can do anything if you just balance.
That's a fact. And let me just say it, because I think I told you already, but I didn't tell you like on camera and stuff like that. Let me say my appreciation for all the teachers out there doing, teaching the youth. I think that's amazing. When I was young, I didn't really get that. You're young, you're dumb. You don't appreciate your teachers, but then when you grow up, you realize, because of them, I am where I am today, and I know what I know. Meaning like math, this and that. You use it in your everyday life. So it's amazing, So thanks to all of you guys. You know what I mean? As I'm looking at it as if I'm a student, which is kind of awkward and weird for me right now. But yeah, so it's complicated and stuff like that. Well, I guess everything is like that. But this is where you find yourself, your hobby, music, R&B music specifically. But you do listen to some hip hop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. But tell us, you have an EP, tell us a name, what's going on, how did this come up? I've seen you in the studio working for for 2 years now, working on this project. Now, how did it come up? Why it take so long?
You want to make sure everything is right and everything is organic when you put out any project. And, things were happening in my personal life, like moving from one place to another and losing everything and having to start all over. Losing people, losing finances, just hitting rock bottom and having to build your way back up, and it made me stronger and it made the music a lot more authentic to me. So that's what took so long. And 131 is actually a number. 131 is a number that follows me constantly everywhere I go. And I looked it up, I did my research, and it means to follow your dreams. Go for your dreams, go for your passions, and strive for excellence.
Yeah, so you go deep with this spiritual stuff. That's amazing. I'm a little bit spiritual, but not that much, I'm more spiritual than religious, for a lot of reasons. But yeah, that's amazing. 131 the EP. And I see that you have a song in it that you've been promoting for a while now, which is Like Me.
Yes.
And I actually like to, I don't know, I'm gonna get copy strike. I'm not gonna win nothing from this. I'm gonna lose, but the thing is to get Penny out there and get you guys to listen to music. And this is why you should stream it. This is why you should download it on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Google Play, everywhere, anywhere. 131 EP by Penny Royal. What can you tell us about it before we even play it for the people?
Sure. So, Like Me is a record that I wrote in 15 minutes. I wrote it feeling heartbroken at the time. And I said, you know what, I'm going to write a song, and I'm going to write a song for all women. If they're ever feeling down, or if they're feeling like they don't truly know their worth, I want to say something to them to let them know that you are worth it. You're worth something. And you'll be worth it after him, and you were worth it before him. So this is a confidence booster type of record, and it's good for the soul, so let's play. Here it is, Like Me by Penny Royal.
So I heard this little cut. When you were working with Rich, Talented Ones. This is the only cut I think I heard. I think it was 15-second cut. And when I heard this, I was like, oh damn. When I first heard it, it sounded way different.
Yes.
But as time went on, you developed it to a different type of sound. So this sound is kind of amazing how you did that. How you did that in so little time, because it seems like you knew how to sing, but it was more like a hobby, but it wasn't like something where you took it professionally. So how did that whole process go?
Well, just going to different classes and studying different styles of music, studying different exercises that I could do with my voice, just trying to develop my craft. Because a lot of people think it's easy, just sing a song. It's not easy. It's
rapping.
Right. It's very hard.
Singing now.
Right. So I was like, let me tap into different styles of music that I've actually studied on my own and see what happens. And that's what happened.
Well, Like Me sounds so smooth. Like, it sounds like very professional, which is kind of weird for me because I'm like, oh, how did she do this in so little time? Because it sounds so smooth. I don't hear no crisp or nothing like that. You kind of like lack off this and that. Like, you end it, like you started and you end it well. You know, sometimes our singers don't know how to end songs. You know, they could sing and everything, write a song and everything, but when you end the song, that this is the type of vibe that you have to throw off, that some artists can captivate that without some type of coaching. But it's amazing because you actually went to school for this, so it wasn't that hard for you because you had the right coaches. So that's like me. I don't want to play the whole song for y'all, man, because y'all gotta go cop that. I'm not gonna play it.
You gotta go buy that.
Now, OD to Joey, like I know Joey Badass is your favorite artist. I'm guessing you have a crush on him, but like why OD Joey? Like why?
I found Joey Badass when I was 19 years old. And I heard the song Waves. I'm not sure if you know Waves.
No.
Okay, well, I was like, wow, who is this kid? And after that, I was hooked onto his music. But more so, I was inspired by the way that he wants to change the world. And you don't see a lot of young people striving to change the world, especially through their music. It's more of a selfish kind of thing, which is okay, but he took a risk with his latest album, ABBA, All American Badass. That was very risky for a young black male in the industry, and I was moved by it, honestly, very moved by it. So I wanted to give him something to let him know that I'm watching and I'm with you. You know, I'm with you.
That's amazing. Yeah, because Joey Badass is one of them artists that I truly respect. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Joey like that, like, oh, I listen to his music like that, but I do recognize, you know, what he does for the culture, what he does for the people, and that kind of inspires something in me, you know, like, oh, that's awesome, because most artists nowadays, we don't see no more Immortal Techniques, Lupe Fiascos, Hobsons, you know, people who actually putting their life out. Well, some people say life. I say life too because, you know, it's a career. The career is a life. That's how they live out. So one bad thing that they say or one thing that is misinterpreted could ruin the life right there. You know, just for speaking up for what's right, even though sometimes it may seem like it's wrong, you know. So Joey Badass is one of them dudes, man. And on this song, OD Joey, you didn't use that R&B flow that the other songs have. You have like this type of rap type flow, but very smooth, like type jazz type flow. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I just want to get to the next song, Anymore. Again, 131 EP by Penni Royal. Check it out. Anymore. Like that's one of them songs. I talk about that. How did you come up with that song? Like the writing process. Like was it something like you took your time, wrote it, say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna write about? When you got into a lab or your house, your home, how was the process with you writing and stuff like that?
Anymore was a mistake. I scheduled a studio session with Gouch. Shout out to Gouch in the Bronx. He's a fantastic producer, engineer. He hit me up like, okay, we're still on for 3, right? I'm like, oh shit, I have a studio session. So it was like an hour, maybe 2-3 hours before. I was like, let me grab a pen, let me grab a notebook, let me go back to this beat that I've been pondering over, and I just wrote it. It took me like 10 minutes. And I said, you know what? This song is a true story. It just came right out. So, me being done with the situation, I said, you know what? Instead of trying to hide that, I'm going to put that in the song. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So it seems like you're that type of person who's not going to talk about it, but you are going to put it into a song. So watch out, fellas. Don't mess up like that, you know. Yeah, but Anymore, that's one of the songs, you know. So the whole EP sounds amazing. There is still one song, and before I get to that, I want to talk about like, okay, so you have Anymore, you have OD to Joey, you have Like Me, and then you have LTE, which is I forgot what's the long name of it. Longest trip ever. That's one of the favorite ones. Before we talk about that, you talk about some controversial stuff in there. Now I was like, oh wow, this is something different. You know, Penny Roy, you're talking about love, this and that, appreciation, all this. But then right there, you talk about sensual stuff like, fellas, right there, like right there, that song right there. I don't know, but let's ask Penny, what's up? You know, what was she thinking, and how did this song come up?
Okay, so shout out to my mama. She heard the record and she was very opinionated about it. That song was written in March. It was very hot outside. I just came from being out with my friends. And I was looking at my phone, and if you have an iPhone, I don't know if you have an iPhone, at the top of your iPhone it says LTE up in the corner. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that and I'm going to flip it. So right next to LTE are the bars for your service. Usually when I talk about sensuality, I talk about the levels of it. And it can go from meek to extreme. And if you know what I'm talking about. So my sister and I took a walk and we were feeling tipsy, and we realized that walking home was taking forever. We were like, damn, this is the longest trip ever. Let's write a record to that. But she went away. She went on a little getaway, so I was by myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write the record. I knew it was gonna be a sexy record because usually when you take psychedelics or if you smoke weed, you get a different type of vibe. You feel like you're not here. You know what I mean? And a lot of people want to escape, and that's why they get high. That's why I appreciate the Flatbush Zombies for being so open and honest about what they do. Yeah. So when you take the longest trip ever, just know that that's a sensual thing also, and sometimes you don't want to come back. Wow. So.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that you probably wrote the longest trip ever because, you know, sometimes when you have a partner, you know, certain things happen, one thing leads to another, inspiration, you're in love, whatever. So that's how you get the inspiration for that song. And I was like, oh, probably was that. But you're telling me it came off iPhone. Wow.
It did come off.
Something else inspired by iPhone. I love iPhone. But yeah, that's amazing. So 131 EP. I think this is an awesome project, honestly. Like, if you love R&B, if you love hip hop, like for real, like this is one of those projects you have to check out. Nisa, this is her first project, and when you first start off as an artist, you don't have the right resources, you don't have the right people, you don't have the right sound, how to put stuff together, and it looks like you have this already. It looks like you're ready to skip ahead 5 years ahead from every single artist out here who's just starting right now. For real, because your sound is very different, it's very melodic. I don't hear no crisp, I don't see no follows. Your lyrics, everything is in place. The way you end the songs, the way you start the songs, the way you put the song together with the instrumentals, your producer is amazing by helping you do all of this, which is something I didn't expect. Honestly, I didn't expect that off of you. I thought you were going to be a little bit off in the beginning because you didn't have any. I didn't know what you did. I heard you singing in the booth. You know, you didn't have the right chords then, but it seems like over time you developed this new sound of yours that you have now, which is gonna get you to the top. And honestly, I think latest night ever is one of the songs that you have to promote right now.
Thank you. It's been a journey, and I'm still learning. You know, I'm not a master yet. I'm still a rookie. I still pay for vocal lessons. I still do my workouts. I still do my exercises. I still study different types of music. I still read. It never stops. And I think that's why I'm so confident about it, because I know it's going to get better each and every time.
That's true. Well, that's amazing. Yeah, because this is how it's supposed to be, you know. You're supposed to take your time with it, study, you get better. Some artists don't really take it serious, which is kind of disappointing. But this is why you're on AcapellicTV. Like, I keep saying this, people are gonna be like, yo, you frying, you tripping, you just talking a lot of smack. Just say everybody on AcapellicTV because everybody needs to be on AcapellicTV. But no, not really. A lot of people want to come on the show, but I don't allow it, not because I'm a hater or anything, but it's because I don't see the seriousness, you know. So when I do see it, like in the beginning, I didn't know. Like I knew Rich because of East Side, and then I said, okay, cool. He wants to bring his artist. Okay, let's see what she has. Let's see maybe over time she develops new sound. I saw a couple of clips back then, Like Me, and what's this other song? Yeah, Signs. A couple of snippets. I was like, okay, this is, if they get the right people, this could probably be something good. This is something new because we don't have R&B artists on AcapellicTV. I think you're the first R&B artist. Yeah, except for Xavier White. Xavier White, oh man.
Xavier White, I saw that interview. Shout out to him, very talented.
Very talented guy. Oh man, oh man, it's a good day, man. No, for real. Because every single interview for me is amazing because I meet new people, I meet new talent. The story behind it, like sometimes I struggle with. Like right now, I'm good. Thank God. I don't know about tomorrow, but today I'm good. And those interviews that I did back then, like I was struggling and stuff like that. I was basically on a thread making AcapellicTV. I don't know how I made these interviews happen, but I did. So that's, I think for me, it's more of a backstory than more of the story that you guys see on the screen, because there's so much things that go behind the screens that nobody sees.
It is. It's a whole lot. A lot of things could be very disappointing. You know, the people that you came into things with, you don't end up with. Some people are not as serious as you are, and that's okay. It's like running a race. Some people are gonna be out the first mile, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
That's true. So this is amazing because you're teaching the youth, you're making music, you're doing this, you're doing that. I don't know about your personal life, I don't know your struggles. But like I said, like I hope to see you succeed. 131 EP is going to be a successful EP. As long as you promote it, please don't sleep on it like every other artist. Promote it. Latest Night Ever, I think it's one of the songs that you should actually promote. I'm not really an R&B fan, but when I do hear something that is amazing and dope, I have to love it because I have to love it. So Latest Night Ever is one of those tracks that you have to promote.
Glad that you like that record. It's very sexy, so that means that I know you can be sexy with your girl. So that's great. That's great. I really want everyone to know that I come from the bottom, okay? Like, I come from the North Bronx. Shout out to Soundview. And it has taken me my entire life, really up until this point, to be like, you really need to come out there and do what you truly love. Yes, I love children, and I've been teaching for 4 years, but honestly, my heart lies with music, and I just want people from where I'm from to be like, she did it, I can do it too. Because no is not an answer at all.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's how it has to be. You know, I'm not saying you're gonna be a teacher forever. No, of course not. You're a musician. You're a singer. Like, this is who you are. I don't know if you wrote your songs, but I'm guessing you did because you are a teacher, so you know about lyrics. That's one good thing about a teacher. Like, she knows lyrics. She knows how to write this, right there. So I don't think you need a ghostwriter. I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean? But the project was amazing. There is no way you could have anybody sing a song. That was you on the track. So I think this is the end of the interview, unless you have anything else that you would like to promote.
So look out for Signs coming out. It's me, Penny Royal, featuring Finesse. He's a dope writer from the Bronx. Look out for Finesse. Just search Finesse the Rapper on YouTube. He's dope. He paints a picture, and he really painted the essence of what I wanted the record to display. So what I really want you guys to do is check out Signs. Go listen to 131, the EP on SoundCloud. I'm gonna get all up in the camera now. Go to iTunes and download Like Me, because nobody does it like you. Remember that. Tell him, tell her, ain't nobody like you. Yeah.
Well, guys, this was AcapellicTV. This was Penny Royal. See you until next time. Let's get it.
100,000 bands, Brooklyn's back. Tell them Brooklyn's back, open up the bag. We are Acapellic, Brooklyn.